Hey, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, then welcome. My name is Maddie, and today I will be tier ranking all of the tracks from Taylor Swift's The Life of a Showgirl. The Showgirl content is not stopping because this album is just still so new and fresh to me that right now it's my latest obsession, as every single Taylor Swift album is when it first comes out. I thought that now that this album has been out for a little over a month already, which is crazy, I thought it would be a great time to tier rank all of the tracks from this album, and I can share my opinions on each of these songs from this album based on how I rank them. So I went on to Tier Maker and I looked up Life of a Showgirl tiers, and I had found one that was already pre-made. I did change the tier titles, but other than that, this one was already pre-made, which was really nice. And the tier names are based off of song lyrics from songs from Life of a Showgirl, because I thought it'd be fun to do it that way. So why don't I share each of the names of these tiers and explain them? So at top tier, we have You Saved My Heart, and obviously this is going to be my favorite songs from the album. I'm going to put all of those songs right there. These are songs that are perfect, at least near perfect, but if not perfect all the way through. So my favorites are going to go in that tier. The tier below that is called Never Gonna Leave You Out. These are songs that are memorable, but are not like my favorite songs from the album, but I still appreciate them. The tier below that is titled Really Gotta Hand It to You. And this tier is for songs that are just like, okay, like I gotta hand it to you, you're fine. Like I acknowledge you, but I'm pretty much kind of just indifferent towards these songs. The tier below that is called I Saw Potential. And this is reserved for songs that could have been better. They're not the worst songs on the album, but they're not songs that I'm going to like seek out usually to listen to. And then the tier below that is called You're Off the Roster. Pretty self-explanatory name right there. This is reserved for the songs that I really don't like from this album, which I can confidently say I will not be putting a lot of songs on this tier. I can think of one, maybe two that I might put on this tier. Other than those, not a lot of songs are going to go on this tier, which is great. So why don't we just get started, and I'm going to go in track order. So track number 1 is The Fate of Ophelia. Now, I think this is such a great single. This is such a great pop song, and I can see why she chose it as the lead single, because it is so catchy, it is so poppy, it is pretty radio friendly. I think a lot of people will love this song, and I for one love this song. I think it is one of the best from this album. Is it one of my favorites? We gotta think about that though. I'm trying to be picky. Is this one of my favorite songs from this album? Comparing it to other songs from this album, let's see. It's hard to say. I don't know if I want to put this one in top tier. It's a really good song, but I just don't know if it's my favorite. For now, I might change my rankings at the end, but for now, I'm going to put it in Never Gonna Leave You Out, because this song is always going to be so memorable. It really stands out from this album. I love the whole message that she's conveying in the song, where she's telling her lover that he saved her from the despair that she felt when she was falling out of the previous relationship she's been in, and she was feeling hopeless that she'd never find love again, but he proves to her that he loves her and that she's worthy of love, and helps her get out of that sad space she was in. It's such a great song, and I love the comparison to Ophelia from Hamlet and how Taylor can relate to her in that way. It is awesome. Definitely a great single. Moving on to Elizabeth Taylor. This song I love so much, and this song really did grow on me. It is a song that did catch my attention when I first listened to the album, but I feel like I was focused on other tracks from this album that I was loving more at the time. But I have come back to this song a lot. This song really reminds me of something that I would hear from Reputation. It has that sort of sound, and I really love how Taylor Swift compares her life to Elizabeth Taylor's, because they have very similar stories in the way that they have fallen into relationships with a bunch of men in their lifetimes, and how easily those relationships have come apart. And so Taylor can just really relate to Elizabeth because of that. It's so cool. The bridge specifically, this song has a great bridge. I love it so much. All my white diamonds and lovers are forever in the papers, on the screen, and in their minds. I just love the way the bridge flows. So I'm gonna put this one in top tier, I think. I think this is definitely one of my favorites. It's a great one to sing as well. I love singing this one, although it's also a hard song to sing. If you try to sing the chorus, you really gotta work on breath control because a lot of the lines come really quickly, one after the other in the chorus, so it can be hard to sing, but it is fun. I love singing along to it. Moving on, track number 3 is Opalite. There is no question whatsoever this is going in top tier. This is still my favorite song from this album. When I first heard the album and I first heard Opalite for the first time, after the song finished, I was in tears. Like, this song hit me so hard. I love how happy it sounds. I love how hopeful it sounds. And I just love how Taylor Swift just embraces love in this song. I love the whole message of it. And she's explained how this song is about creating happiness for yourself and coming out on the other side of past relationships that have fallen apart, coming out the other side okay and happy because now you finally found your person that you are meant to be with. And what I love about this song is how she tells her lover that, you know, he has been through his past heartbreak in the past as well. She can relate to him on that. But now that they're together, he is also coming out the other side, like, okay and better and happier. Like, it's just such a sweet song. It's so sweet, and it just hit me so hard when I first listened to it. I just felt like this song gave me a lot of hope that no matter what I've dealt with in the past, because as you know, I'm sure all of us has our own individual traumas. We've all experienced something that has been traumatic on us because that's just life. But no matter what I've experienced in the past, if I am diligent enough and if I want it enough, I can create my happiness on my own and find something to like live for and love. And hopefully I will find that one day. I don't know. I'm in a really good headspace right now, though, so I'm already kind of there. It's such a great song. Definitely my favorite from this album. It'll probably always be my favorite from this album. It's so good. Next, track number 4 is another track that has really grown on me, and that is Father Figure. This is another song like Elizabeth Taylor that did not catch my attention like right away, but as I've listened to this album more and more, I've come to really appreciate this song, and it is definitely one of the best from this album, especially when you know Taylor Swift's lore, because this song is her addressing to her previous label how they kind of took advantage of her, which they did, and how that made her feel, and how she's come out the other side stronger and better because she was able to reclaim her masters, which her previous label sold off. And in the end, she won because she was able to buy them back. It is really, really good. I love the analogies in the song. I don't know if I want to put it in top tier. I'm just thinking it is definitely going to go in one of the top 2 tiers. I think I'm going to put it in... Ooh. Oh, I'm trying to be picky, like I said. I'm going to put it in Never Gonna Leave You Out. At least for now, I guess. Because this is a great song, but do I think about it often like I do with Opalite and Elizabeth Taylor? No. So we're going to leave it at Never Gonna Leave You Out. At least for now. Okay, next one. Track number 5 is Eldest Daughter. This is the track that I claimed I was going to love before I even heard the album. Just based off of the title of the song. I was like, that's the one I'm going to claim that I am going to love. And I was dead wrong. This is actually my least favorite song from this album, which is really sad to say because I don't think I've ever disliked a track 5 by Taylor Swift ever. If you don't know, Taylor's track 5s from all of her albums are all songs that are either sad or vulnerable. And Eldest Daughter can fall into that category. It is definitely a very vulnerable song. But I just feel like this song was so poorly written. I feel like this song does not have a clear idea of what it wants to say. The story of it is all over the place, and it's just not a very well-polished song. I feel like, and I've heard a lot of people say this as well, and I agree, I feel like she wrote this song just to create a track 5, just to create a vulnerable song for this album, because all her albums have to have a vulnerable song. I feel like she wrote this song in order to check off that box for a track 5. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe she really did like really want to write this song, wanted to be vulnerable, but this song feels so forced. And that's just so disappointing because I've never disliked a track 5 before. But the lyrics are just not good. I'm not a bad bitch. Like, that just sounds so silly. I'm supposed to be taking this track seriously because it's a track 5, and you want to say I'm not a bad bitch? How am I supposed to take you seriously when you use that term of phrase? It doesn't it doesn't work. I absolutely hate the line, "We all dressed up as wolves and we looked fire." It sounds so silly. How am I supposed to take you seriously when you use "We looked fire" in a song? I cannot take this song seriously, no matter how much I try. It's just so dumb. And I was really disappointed with this song because I thought this song was going to be about the experience of being an eldest daughter. Because, as I've mentioned before while talking about this song in past videos, I am an eldest daughter, so I felt like I could relate to struggles that come with being an eldest daughter, and I thought this song was going to go over those struggles. It really doesn't. There's just one line that mentions being an eldest daughter. The rest of the song is just vaguely about kind of not feeling cool enough and feeling a lot of pressure on yourself. I still don't understand what the song wants to really say. It is all over the place. I have to put this one in the bottom tier, which is so sad because it's a track 5. I've never disliked a track 5 before, so this is so weird, but I just did not like this song. This is one that I honestly, I do skip the song when it comes on because I just don't like it. I will say the bridge is alright. The bridge is probably the best part of this song, but everything else I don't like. I just don't like it all. Taylor was just not clear with what she wanted to say in this song, and it just does not work for me. Moving on to track number 6, Ruin the Friendship. This is one of my favorites from this album. It might even be my second favorite song from this album, just below Opalite. I'm going to put it in top tier. You Saved My Heart. I love the story that she's conveying in the song, and this song is written so well. It has such a clear story, and it's such a sad song as well. It absolutely breaks my heart. But in this song, Taylor is talking about her experience that she had with this guy that she went to high school with, and they were always friends, and she always kind of felt more for him. Like, she had some deeper feelings for him, but she never wanted to act on those feelings because she was afraid it would ruin the friendship that they had, because oftentimes when friends decide to get together and date, if that relationship falls apart, then that could just like ruin the friendship entirely. Like, they can't even be friends anymore. So she was afraid that if she told this guy how she felt, it would completely ruin their friendship. And so she never did, but later on, this guy ends up passing away, and she realizes that she just never had the chance to tell him how she really felt, and she wished that she did, but now she never can because he's gone. Oh, this song is so sad, but it's so good at the same time. This one honestly could have been track 5 based on how sad it is. I love it so much. I love the story behind it, and I feel like this song is so inspiring because it really reminds you that you should never hold yourself back from saying what you want to say, doing what you want to do, letting others know how you feel about them, because you never know if you'll ever get the chance to tell that person how you feel again, and you definitely do not want to regret it later in life. And this song has really inspired me to take that leap and really push myself to hopefully tell others how I really feel. It's a hard thing to do, but I think it's important because I too don't want to live with regrets either. So yeah, I love this song. It's so inspiring. Track number 7 is actually Romantic. This is a great song. This is another song that's really fun to sing. I gotta think where I would put this one. I definitely don't think it's my favorite. I want to say hard decisions. It's either going to go in Never Gonna Leave You Out or I Really Gotta Hand It to You. I'm going to put it in Never Gonna Leave You Out. I'm finding I'm liking a lot of the songs from this album, which is good. Actually, Romantic is a great song. At first I thought this was a love song for some reason. I don't know what I got from that based on the lyrics. I guess because Romantic was in the title and in the song, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a love song. But then I started listening to it more and I'm like, wait, this doesn't really sound like someone who is in love. This sounds like really petty. And then it clocked that it is actually a diss track. Which I love. I love this song so much. Apparently it's about Charlie XCX. I never even knew that they had a feud before. So when I heard that this song was about her, I was like, they were fighting at one point. Apparently it was a one-sided fight where Charlie was beefing with Taylor, but she was like, I didn't have anything to do with it. She didn't start anything. But I never knew there was like some tension between them. So that was interesting. But this song is so great. So petty. The lyrics are so clever. I love the lyric, like a toy chihuahua barking at me from a tiny purse. That's how much it hurts. It's just so good. It's so good. This song is so fun. I really love everything about it. But is it a favorite? I just don't know. I don't know, but I definitely do love it. Next we have Wish List. I go back and forth on my feelings for this song because I really love the chorus. The chorus is so catchy, especially bossed up, settled down, got a wish list. The bounce with that lyric is so good. It's so fun to like just sing along to. I love it so much. But there's other parts of the song where I'm like, I don't know. I do feel like this song is a little tone deaf because in the song, Taylor talks about how she doesn't really want wealth or fame or all that. What she really wants is the one she loves to be in her life, which is great. I love that. But at the same time, she's also a billionaire, so she's already wealthy. And so for her to talk about like, oh, all these other people, they may want wealth, they may want fame, but all I really want is love. It's like, girl, you're already a billionaire. So it is a little tone deaf, I will say, but it's still cute. She's cute. I'm gonna put this one in, I really gotta hand it to you. I think that's a good spot for it. This is one that I don't ever skip. I definitely like it, but it's like, I can't ignore the fact that it's just like a tiny bit tone deaf. Next is Wood. At one point, this was my least favorite song from this album, but it's actually grown on me. I just feel like it is really corny, especially the talk about someone's manhood. Really, I just don't know. It just doesn't really sound like something Taylor Swift would write. I don't know, and I have no problem with her being like sexual or anything, but it's like I feel like I've always loved her because when she talks about sex in her songs, it's very metaphorical and not like outright like, yeah, this I'm talking about my man's big. It just I don't know. I feel weird whenever I hear her like pretty explicitly talking about man parts, but other than that, this song is really catchy though. I will say, and I've said this for a lot of these songs already, this song is so fun to sing. This is probably, out of all the songs on this album, this is the one that is most fun to sing along to. And in the recording, you can just tell Taylor's having so much fun singing this song. You can just tell, and I have so much fun singing it as well. So, I mean, it's good. It's good. I don't hate it as much as I did the first time I heard it. Eldest Daughter definitely, I realized that I disliked Eldest Daughter even more than this one, so it was not the worst. I'm gonna put it in. Let's put it in I Saw Potential. Because like I said, there's things I like about it. It's very, very catchy. I still can't ignore the fact that it just feels weird to hear Taylor Swift talk so explicitly in this song. I don't know. I prefer her like metaphorical, like more sensual writing when it comes to sexy stuff, So this one isn't my cup of tea from her, but it is catchy. Next is Canceled. Now I love this song. This song is kind of like, it's polarizing. There's a lot of people who don't like it. I love it. And I can see why some people wouldn't like it, because she does talk about taking her friends' sides who were canceled. And that can be kind of problematic because sometimes people can be rightfully canceled. But I don't know. I also still kind of like the message behind this song, because if you know anything about cancel culture, sometimes it can be so false. It can come from rumors, which are not true. And so for her to be like, I'm going to stay on my friend's side because I know that these rumors are not true. And if they're going to be canceled, I'm going to let them know. Come with me because I've been through it before. So I can help you through this. And I know what it's like, and we'll just be canceled together. I don't know, I really like that. And Taylor has talked a lot about being canceled before, but I think she brings a completely new take on cancel culture in this song, where she's not talking about herself being canceled, but acknowledging how it must feel for her friends to also be canceled, and how she feels like she can be there for them and help them out of it. I love it. And the song is so freaking catchy. Oh my god. The first time I sang this song, I had literal goosebumps on my arms. Like, I finished that song and I was like, oh my god. I just felt so powerful singing this song for the first time. I'm going to put it in You Saved My Heart. I think this is definitely one of my favorites. It's so good. Definitely underrated. Doesn't deserve the hate it gets, I guess. Track number 11 is Honey. I like this song. I think this song is really sweet, and I love what Taylor is saying in the song, where she's explaining how in the past other people have called her honey in a very derogatory way, in a very condescending way, and she specifically talks about this time where this woman called her honey because she was like, honey, that skirt don't fit you, and that just made Taylor feel so sad. And so whenever she's heard someone call her honey, it's just been a really bad experience for her. But her lover calls her honey, and when he does it, it comes from an endearing place. He uses the word as it's meant to be used, as a term of endearment, and she appreciates that, and she feels like her love has changed the meaning of that word for her. It's a very, very sweet song. I'm gonna put it in let's put it in I Really Gotta Hand It to You. I think it falls right in the middle for me. I really like it, but I don't think about it a lot, so we're gonna leave it there. Lastly, track number 12 is The Life of a Showgirl, the title track. I love the story that this song tells. I always love when Taylor Swift talks about being famous. In her songs, for example, we have like Clara Bow. That's another song where she talks about fame from the Torture Poets Department. I love when she talks about fame and the struggles that come with being famous. And I love the way she paints the picture of the downsides of fame in the song. So the song is like a complete story. I love it so much. So she talks about meeting the showgirl and how she's like enamored with this showgirl. She wants her life. She wants to be just like her. And she tells this girl, this entertainer, I want to be just like you. But the showgirl's like, hey, you don't actually want this life. It's very difficult. The more you play, the more that you pay. But as we know, Taylor does go on to be one of the most famous artists in the entire world, and she now knows, being a showgirl, being an entertainer, being a singer is not all it's cracked up to be. Like, she does face some downsides because of it, because she is constantly criticized because of the profession she's in, but she wouldn't have it any other way. She loves this life. She loves her career. She finds it so fulfilling, and she just takes the bad that comes with it, because ultimately the good that comes with it far outweighs that. It's a great song. I love it so much. I'm gonna put it in, let's put it in Never Gonna Leave You Out. I think that's a pretty accurate place to put it. Definitely love the message of it. But does it beat out the ones in my top tier? Probably not, but I love that song so much. All right, I think this tier list went exactly as I thought it was going to be. I definitely knew I was going to put Eldest Daughter in the bottom, and I definitely knew I was going to put Opalite in the top, and I think all the other tracks fell right where I kind of expected them to be, so that's pretty good. Would I change anything? Let's look at the ones that I was on the fence about, which is The Fate of Ophelia and Father Figure. Is The Fate of Ophelia better or on par with all of these songs right here? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna leave it where it is. I really love The Fate of Ophelia, though. It's so hard. What about Father Figure? I'm gonna leave it where it is too. I think it's a good place. I think I'm gonna go with my gut and we'll leave it as it is. I think it's best to leave tier lists as they are and not change anything, because if that was your gut instinct right away, it's probably true. You know, we'll leave it as it is. So let's go over all the tiers. In You Saved My Heart, we have Elizabeth Taylor, Opalite, Ruin the Friendship, and Cancelled. So 4 songs, 4 of my favorite songs right there. Then in Never Gonna Leave You Out, we have The Fate of Ophelia, Father Figure, Actually Romantic, and The Life of a Showgirl. And then in I Really Gotta Hand It to You, we only have 2 tracks, Wishlist and Honey. I feel like that's pretty accurate. In I Saw Potential, we have Wood, which I'm glad that song is no longer in the bottom tier for me, because there are things I like about it, but still, like I said, some of it is kind of off-putting. And then in You're Off the Roster, we have only 1 track, which is really good, and that's Eldest Daughter, because that song disappointed me. So there you have it. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite song from The Life of a Showgirl? What would you put in your top tier? I would really love to know, so if you want to let me know, let me know. I'd love to talk about this album more, because I actually really love it, and I want to continue talking about it. So yeah, that would be awesome. Please comment or like this video. That would also help me out a lot. If you did enjoy this video, subscribe if you are interested. I have been talking a lot about music lately. I've been sharing my vinyl collection lately, because that's something I'm really passionate about right now. But I also talk about books on this channel, like my favorite books, book recommendations. So if you're interested in that as well, you may want to subscribe. Other than that, I think that's all I gotta say. So again, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll be back with my next one on Sunday, next Sunday. Have a great one. Bye.